I woke up in a cold sweat, my heart pounding in my chest. It took me a moment to realize that I was in my bedroom, surrounded by familiar furniture and dim moonlight filtering through the curtains. The remnants of a nightmare clung to my mind, fading away like a hazy fog. As I tried to shake off the lingering unease, I noticed something strange, a faint scratching sound coming from the closet. Curiosity mingled with a growing sense of dread as I approached the source of the noise. With trembling hands, I reached for the doorknob, and a shiver ran down my spine. As the door swung open, the room plunged into darkness, swallowing the feeble glow of the nightlight. I groped blindly for the light switch, panic rising within me. When the room was finally bathed in light, my eyes widened in terror. There, in the center of the room, stood a grotesque figure. Its gaunt form was draped in tattered clothing, and its sunken eyes glowed with an otherworldly malevolence. Its mouth, twisted into a sinister grin, revealed rows of sharp, jagged teeth. I froze, unable to tear my gaze away from this abomination that had invaded my sanctuary. The creature moved toward me with an unnerving grace, each step accompanied by the sound of bones creaking. My legs turned to jelly, rendering me incapable of escape. It reached out with long, bony fingers, its touch sending a chilling wave through my body. The air grew frigid, and my breath came out in shallow gasps. As the creature's icy grip tightened around my throat, I fought for every precious breath. My vision blurred, the room spinning around me like a macabre carousel. Panic and terror consumed me as I realized that this was not a nightmare from which I could wake. This was real, and I was helpless in the clutches of a supernatural horror. Suddenly, the room shifted, and I found myself transported to a desolate forest. The moon cast an eerie glow upon the gnarled trees, their twisted branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. The creature's presence loomed behind me, its raspy breath echoing in my ears. I stumbled through the underbrush, desperate to escape its clutches. Every rustle of leaves, every whisper of wind sent shivers down my spine. I could feel its presence drawing nearer, an invisible force pushing me toward the edge of sanity. I ran until my legs gave out, collapsing to the ground in a state of utter exhaustion. The creature materialized before me once more, its malicious grin mocking my feeble attempts to flee. As it raised a skeletal hand, preparing to deliver the final blow, I closed my eyes, surrendering to the inevitable. But instead of pain, I felt a sudden rush of warmth enveloping me. Opening my eyes, I found myself back in my bedroom, sunlight streaming through the window. The scratching sound had ceased, replaced by the chirping of birds. I let out a shaky breath, realizing that the nightmare had come to an end. But as I wiped the sweat from my brow, a lingering sense of unease remained. I knew that somewhere, in the depths of my mind or beyond, that creature still lurked, waiting for the next opportunity to haunt my dreams once more.